This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, huge league games from all around the Bay Area. We'll see Hayward take on Mount Eden. Homestead meets Monte Vista, and the rivalry game with San Ramon Valley and Monte Vista.
Our volleyball coverage includes NCS playoff action. This season with Valley Christian features the big game with Sarah and the story of the Bishop O'Dowd cheer squad and their emotional road to success. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin this week in the Mount Hamilton division with 4 teams coming into this week within 1 game of first place. The Live Oak Acorns at 4-1 in league taking on 4-1 the Lincoln Lions.
Yeah, and the Lincoln Lions feature 5'3", 130-pound running back Adam Arenas, who's run for 1,300 yards this season. The Acorns feature our player of the week from last week, Caleb Ojeda, CO2, and the Acorns hosting Lincoln this week. Here come the Live Oak Acorns, go nuts! Live Oak in control, up early, 3-0. Here's Nick Lamonto diving in from 3 yards out. It's 10-0 Acorns. Now here's CO2, Caleb Ojeda keeping it himself, breaking a tackle, making a move, and he is gone! 65 yards and a 17-0 Live Oak Acorns lead. But Lincoln fighting back, Evan Somerville tossing over the middle to a wide-open Raiden Castillo, and it's 17-7. Let's give some credit to the Live Oak line. Messiah Sualal, Logan Wyman, Nathan Zavaleta, and Chris Zeck creating a massive lane for Ojeda, 55 yards and a 24-7 lead. Lincoln continues to fight, Somerville throwing deep to Adam Arenas, and Mighty Mouse does a great job dragging the back foot, leading to a short Arenas touchdown run. Live Oak driving late third quarter. Ojeda finds a wide-open Matty blocker, 31-14 Acorns. Fourth quarter now, and Live Oak is in the end zone one more time. Ojeda to Connor Hennings. The Lions get one more score late as Apoki Fakaosi breaks through the line and races 52 yards, but not enough, as Live Oak wins at 38-22. Ojeda with a big game on the ground for the victorious Live Oak Acorns.
Huge rivalry game as San Ramon Valley hosts Monte Vista. It was a good one. The game tight the whole way as the Wolves get on the board with the Jack Quigley rolling out and firing to J.P. Murphy, who makes the catch, and the Wolves lead at 7-0 in the second. Monte Vista moving the ball just before the half. Jack Stewartson over the middle to Connor Shea, who battles free and takes it down to the 7-yard line. From there, Stewartson with a bullet to Connor Shea, and we are tied at 7 all at halftime. Second half, here come the Wolves. Quigley down the sideline. He finds Justin Camara. 53 yards. Camara catches it and spins his way for more yards. That sets up this Chase Salisbury 38-yard field goal. It is 10-7 Wolves in the third. Same score late in the fourth quarter. The Mustangs need a big play, and they get it. Stewartson firing to Nate Ruchena, 35 yards down to the 2. The Mustangs backed up for a 23-yard game-tying field goal by Nathan Price, and we go to overtime. In the first OT, San Ramon's J.P. Murphy gets the sack. A huge game for Murphy. Neither team scored, so we're going to a second OT. Quigley scrambling and throwing it in the end zone, and in the pile with the catch is Jared Kenny, and the Wolves take the 7-point lead. The Mustangs need a touchdown. Stewartson throwing into the end zone, rising above the defender is Nate Ruchena with a great catch. The Mustangs down by 1. The extra point to tie it is blocked, and the Wolves celebrate a thrilling double overtime victory, 17-16 over their rival. Quigley throwing for 177 yards and 2 TDs.
NCS playoff action as San Ramon Valley hosts Castro Valley. Wolves are fired up, and for good reason. They get off to a strong start as Emma Engstrom bumps for Lauren Tam, and then Josie Bull drills this one. More from the first. Engstrom bumping for Tam again. This time it's Emma Archer's turn to deliver the kill. The Wolves take the first 25-20. Second set now, and the Trojans respond. Sally Jewell bunts for Kyra Willits, and Caitlin Chirui smashes it across court. Trojans fighting back, trying to tie this one up in the second. Willits sets for Ashley Chacon. It's blocked, but Jaden Thread is there to dump it right over as the Trojans tie it at 23. But the Wolves are just too much. Tam sets for Cassidy Ross. Perfect placement here as the Wolves take the second, 25-23. In the third, it's Engstrom with the dig, Sam Berry with the set, and Catherine Brown delivering the heat. The Wolves are very good. Get it, Sam Berry? More from the third. Bull bumps for Tam, who sets Sarah Kent. Kent drills this one to the corner as the Wolves take set 3, 25-15, a straight set sweep for San Ramon Valley. Kent with 13 kills in the win.
Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rica Center.
I wonder who it's going to be. It's a brand new rap every week. Here are the Players of the Week.
Rica Center, Cal High Sports Report. Once again,
yes,
your Players of the Week.
They call him V. He has a vendetta. How is he? Very good. Never been better. A trendsetter. Yes. Number 2 for James Logan. He burns up the field. Down. Chain smoking with 18 carries, 194 yards. He's the vanguard of his own charge. 3 touchdowns against rival Moreau Catholic. Ties the Colts in first place with the old Vatican.
He's at it again. Player of the Week from a month ago. Charging against the Leland Chargers like a herd of buffalo. Caleb Ojeda. He plays with a flavor from the Live Oak Bodega. An offensive savior. Needed only 9 carries and 7 completed passes to tally up touchdowns and yards and masses. Took 3 to the house. A quarterbacking dual threat. They call him CO2, but his game takes away your breath.
Yes. Those are your Players of the Week.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Hernias are a protrusion of tissue through an area of weakness. Most commonly, they can cause a bulge in the groin or a belly button. In sports, there's a special type of hernia that can occur. Rather than a bulge, a sports hernia results in pain. It's pains in the groin area that can be confused with a groin strain. It occurs from an imbalance between the inner thigh muscle or adductor and your stomach muscle or rectus abdominis. There is a significant association between sports hernias and hip impingement, so both need to be assessed for groin soreness.
Coming up, it's the Diablo Motors CCS Monster Game as St. Ignatius meets Midi.
And girls volleyball with Lowell and Lincoln next.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers now. You sure I can do this?
Yeah, it's what we've been planning for.
Thank you. Hey, boy.
Hey, baby.
You know how I said I've been working on something big, right?
Sure.
This house is officially yours. You own it.
At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works.
That's the look.
And our integrated approach to wealth management helps make sure your money keeps working as hard as you do.
Welcome to the Jeep Adventure Days sales event at South County of Gilroy. It's the Jeep Wrangler 4x4 Madness. Get dirty on the new 2018 Wranglers with $8,500 off MSRP. Off-road for less. What? The all-new 2020 Gladiators are here. You must see this award-winning beast. It's a Wrangler and a truck that can climb mountains and rip through snow and chase alligators and waves. That's right. South County of Gilroy, where the adventure begins. Drive a little, save a lot.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by Diablo Motors. Life's too short to drive a crummy car.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the West Catholic League battle of second-place teams with Midi hosting St. Ignatius. The SI Wildcats enjoying their best season in many years with a 6-2 overall record, 4-1 in the West Catholic League.
The Midi Monarchs have an identical record. Both teams 1 game out of first place, needing a win to stay in the league title hunt. It's our Diablo Motors CCS Monster Game, and our Kiara Biagini was there.
Big game here at Foothill College as the two second-place teams in the West Catholic League meet. It's Mitty hosting St. Ignatius on senior night. The Monarchs are suffering from a big injury. Starting quarterback Shamir Bey out with a left ankle sprain happening in the game against St. Francis last week. Shamir is leading the league in total yards, and Mitty will look to junior Reese Burton to fill those big shoes. For the Wildcats, look for 6'5", 265-pound lineman Bo Garner. Garner, a three-star recruit and looking to help his team stay in the league title hunt. It's our Diablo Motors Monster Game.
Wildcats force a 3-and-out in the first drive of the game. Danny Ryan receives the punt, weaves around defenders, bringing the ball inside Monarch territory. Same drive, Wildcats punch it in from 2 yards out. Josiah Shannon plunging into the end zone, giving SI a 6-0 lead. Wildcats add on in the second quarter. Quarterback Zach Taylor connects with Danny Burke for the 12-yard reception for a 12-0 lead. Second quarter, Monarchs on the move. Zach Webb gets the handoff and runs through a defender, picks up a first down. Less than a minute in the first half, Mitty looking to score. It's 4th and goal, but the Wildcats defense makes the stop. Joffer Snipes gets the sack to keep the Monarchs scoreless. Early fourth quarter, it's 4th and goal for the Wildcats. Hand it to Shannon. He fights for every inch and falls in. Wildcats take a 21-0 lead. 4 minutes to go. Mitty not done yet. Reese Burton rolls right, throws left to his lineman. A.J. Wilson hauls it in for the touchdown, but not enough as the Wildcats take this one 21-7. St. Ignatius takes sole possession of second place with 1 game to go in the regular season. Taylor Smith explains what's so special about his Wildcats team.
I think, in the summer, we're a really tight unit, and when I say this, we're honestly brothers. We really trust each other. And I think on the field that brings great intensity when you know the man next to you is going to do his job and that you're going to do it for him, and you have no doubt on the field. So I think that's what the main thing that separates us from a lot of other teams.
At Foothill College, I'm Kiara Biagini, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. City League Volleyball as Lincoln meets Lowell. Lincoln striking first. Valerie Cheng sets to Mia Antonio, and she forces it through the arms of the defense. Mustangs led all game, but Alina Cui hammers it over, and the Cardinals tie it at 23. But Lincoln stays in control. Alyssa Trong bumps to Valerie Chung. Chung sets it nicely for Nicole Leo to tip it over, and Lincoln wins the first 25-23. Second set now, Valerie Chung to Shayla Dubose, and Dubose pummels it to the hardwood. Another early lead for the Mustangs, but Lowell comes back again. Kelsey Ma sets up the Marika Tanaka rocket over the net. Cardinals tie it again, and this time Heather Liu fires it over, and Lowell wins the second 26-24. Quick start for Lowell in the third set. Great dig by Kimberly Lee. Gabriella Quach sets, and Eliana Brown slams this one through. And then later in the set, Alexandra Chow bumps Gabriella Quach sets, and Marika Tanaka drills it home. Cardinals take game 3, 25-18. Nicole Leo hammering the ball all game. She spikes it early in the fourth, but it's Eliana Brown and the dagger as the Cardinals take the fourth set 25-20 and improve to a sparkling 14-0 in league play. Each week, 49ers Prep, South County Chrysler, and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award.
This week's Coach of the Week is Sacred Heart Prep head coach Mark Grieve. The Gators picked up a huge league win last week behind a big rushing game from Tatufu Mahoney. Mark Grieve will receive a $1,000 grant from the 49ers Foundation and will be invited to a practice at the SHP Performance Facility to view a 49ers practice.
Albany's Construction brings us the dirty work play each week. Doing the dirty work this week is Ensenada running back Archie Cole. Look at Archie getting the big first down, dragging the defense with him. Archie Cole doing the dirty work just like the hardworking folks at Albany's Construction.
Coming up, first place on the line as Bay Area Power's Sarah and Valley Christian meet as we continue our series this season with Valley Christian football.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric Girls Volleyball Power Rankings.
I was in pain all the time. It was a very horrible time in my life.
When it matters most, patients turn to Stanford Healthcare. Torinia's specialists were driven by compassion to relieve her from pain. Innovation from research gave them new tools using robotics to correct her spinal injuries. The results speak for themselves.
After surgery, I would say I'm back to pre-normal, like everyday life. I don't have words for it, really. It's amazing.
Discover more at StanfordHealthcareNow.org.
Hi, I'm Greg Meyer, owner of Diablo Motors Auto Sales. Our no-hassle approach makes it fun and easy to buy or sell your next luxury car. We have a great selection of amazing certified pre-owned cars at the best prices anywhere. Why buy new when you can save thousands on one of our finest slightly used cars? We'll have you in and out of the store with your new car in as little as 30 minutes. And we handle financing, extended warranties, and we give top dollar for your trade-in, paid for or not. So come see us in San Ramon for a no-hassle deal. Diablo Motors, the nice, honest, non-dealerish car store.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
We are the San Ramon Valley Wolves. And you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Support.
We are back at Levi Stadium where the game of the year in the West Catholic League was played this week.
That's right, the Warriors. A big game against Sarah is the focus of this week's edition of the Season with Valley Christian Football. The winner of this game takes over sole possession of first place in the WCAL. The Season with Valley Christian Football is brought to you by Mike LaBarbera of Terra Commercial Real Estate.
They ain't gonna beat it.
In week 9 of the season, the Valley Christian Warriors face the Sarah Padres. Both Valley Christian and Sarah sit on top of the league standings with 8-0 records. This game could decide the 2019 WCAL champions.
Chase through the slot on one-on-one. Ready?
This game is definitely going to be a challenge for our offense and defense. It's going to be one in the trenches.
The only thing we've seen him do, 72 usually stays as the nose guard, because 58 is mobile and is good in a pass rush situation.
You're just going to see big, good, physical football players who are well coached all over their offensive line. Go!
Defensively, the Warriors' ability to prepare for this game became more difficult when the team learned the Padres lost their prize quarterback and 3-star recruit Dalen McLemore to a season-ending injury. Sarah will turn to sophomore Dominic Lampkin to fill that role.
In his first 10 plays touching the ball against Cathedral, he had run for 2 touchdowns and passed for 1. So don't feel sorry for him, guys. They got talent everywhere, all over the field. He's very, very good. You'll see it on film. A terrific athlete.
It doesn't change. Our focus is the same, to go in and play our brand of football. Their offense changes with that. He was an asset to them, and now they have to switch it up. But I know they'll come ready, and we will too.
Again, we're going to do whatever it takes to take away what they do best, get in control of the line of scrimmage. They do a very good job. Score 35 points in every game or more.
All right, any other questions?
What's your call going to be? Tails. Tails is the call. We have a tails.
Everybody says we're the most physical team. Let's show them why.
Both defenses forcing 3 and outs to start this game. That young QB Lampkin living up to the hype. That pass hits Terrence LaVille, but a missed field goal keeps this game scoreless. Corey Taylor drops back and hits Isaiah McElvain, who drags his feet to stay in bounds, but Sarah's Marcellus Eisen puts a stop to the drive.
God dang it. 58 is killing us. You guys have got to get off the ball. You understand?
Padres in the red zone. The pass is picked by Kavir Baines to keep the first quarter scoreless. Then Corey hands it off to McElvain. Michael Carini and Chase Laubach with the blocks to open up the path for Mac, and he gets taken out near the 30. But Jackson Lataimua swats the pass, and it's 0-0 at halftime.
Come on, step up. Be that guy. You can try and trap and gain ground on the line of scrimmage to get him, but that's going to be hard, okay? And these guys are both huge. We have exactly right in this game where we want to be.
Any way they want to play, we'll go. We'll do it any way they want to do it, okay? But no matter what, believing, snap to whistle every play, that it's our day. It's another great day to be a Warrior. We got that? Let's go get them in the second half.
Third quarter, Valley turning to its passing game, but there to pick it off is Damon Lewis. But Valley's defense forces the Padres to settle for a field goal. The attempt is missed, but an offsides penalty gives the Padres a first down. And Latai Mua made him pay for it. Sarah scores 7-0 Padres on top.
If they get one, we don't give another. You want to be great, that's what we got to do.
Still in the third, Lampkin with the pass up the middle to LaVille for 10. And then Lampkin hands it off to Hassan Mahassan, who goes 10 yards more. We pick up the drive in the fourth. Lewis nails the 32-yarder. Padres up 10-0.
You okay, baby? Yeah, welcome to Sarah Padre football.
That's a penalty for roughing the passer. Corey looks to be okay. He takes advantage of an open field, but we hit the 4-minute mark, and it's a 2-possession game. Valley needs to hit pay dirt.
Oh, this sucks. This is the worst feeling ever. Winning is probably the best feeling. This is probably the worst feeling.
No, I'm mad at the fact that we couldn't get things going offensively and defensively. We didn't play to the standard that we want to play at, that we hold ourselves to.
You know, to stop them, only have them score 10 points, they usually score above 50. Yeah, I give it all to my teammates. I give it to the D-line, linebackers, and especially Kavir, Devin, and Isaiah back there for helping us out.
I feel like we needed this to whip ourselves back into shape so we can come back next week and keep working hard.
Who are you? You do? Hang it up. Nice job.
So a tough loss for the Warriors, who move into second place behind Sarah. A great performance from the Padres after facing adversity, losing Dalen. These two teams could very well meet again in the playoffs.
All right, very good. Now back to the pool. Senior night for the boys and girls as Campo Lindo honors its seniors. This is a tight battle all the way. Campo goes out in front in the second. Kaya Levenfeld tosses inside to Maggie Hawkins, who wrestles free and one times at home. 1-0 Campo in the third when Miramante gets on the board. The Mats tossing it around. Kaiten Rochios to Chloe Morrison from way out to tie it at 1-1. Off the penalty, Sally Feldner throws to Fiona Young, and she scores to put the Mats up 2-1. But Campo comes back to Lula Clancy is fouled. It's an ejection, allowing Clancy to fire away, and Campo retakes the lead 3-2. The Mats retie the game right here. Courtney Coleman passes inside to Dania Ennis, and she is strong. Final seconds of the third as the Mats retake the lead. Megan Makinich from way out skips it home. Fourth quarter down by 1. Campo delivers. It's Maggie Hawkins tying it up, and we go to overtime. In the OT, Miramante prevails as the Mats' Dania Ennis comes through with the game winner, her second goal of the game, as Miramante wins a thriller. 5-4 was the final.
Invisalign brings us the Bright Smile Award each week, honoring great folks who help out teams we cover.
This is Leland trainer Candace Heath. Candace has spent 9 years as the Chargers trainer, showing up at tons of sporting events to make sure everyone is taken care of and receiving great treatment, and Candace does it all with a great smile. Candace Heath gets our Invisalign Bright Smile Award.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler game of the week as Monte Vista hosts Homestead.
And later, Salesian battles Kennedy as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
Learn more about becoming a warrior. Visit us at vcs.net.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Are they comfortable and safe to wear?
I asked her doctor for a better alternative to braces, and he said,
only Invisalign aligners are made with SmartTrack technology. Based on years of research, it moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. And in many cases, it works faster than braces. So I can develop a custom treatment plan that'll work for each of these smiles. That's why Invisalign aligners have transformed millions of smiles.
Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley.
Tri-Counties Bank presents a unique brand of service with solutions, a welcoming and listening style of banking with solutions that help improve your financial well-being. With easy access to over 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, advanced mobile banking, banker support by phone 7 days a week, and an extensive community-based branch network, you're never far from a friendly face. It's easy to switch to better banking. Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai. Drive a little, save a lot. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
This week we had a record 7,800 total votes for the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Homestead and Monte Vista the winner by just 300 votes.
Wow.
Very good.
That is a lot of votes.
Yeah.
Monte Vista featuring strong linebacker Henry Hodgkins with 55 tackles on the season. Homestead has Harold Rucker III averaging almost 100 yards a game. It's the Mustangs and Matadors meeting in the South County Chrysler Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
The Monte Vista Matadors feeling fired up, ready to take on Homestead on their senior night. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Giovanni Vera with the 41-yard field goal, and it's good. Matadors up 3-0. Homestead on the following possession, Nadeem Zerar hands it to Ryan Scudder, and Ryan is fast. He flies around the edge and is in. Homestead takes the lead 7-3 with 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Mustangs with a minute to go in the first half. Zerar hands it to Jared Wade. He powers through the line for a 14-yard gain and a first down. Then Wade sets himself up for a 25-yard field goal. It gets through and Homestead goes up 10-3 at halftime. Now seconds left in the fourth quarter. Simon Leffler takes the snap, doesn't like what he sees, climbs the pocket and takes off. First and goal for the Mats. Quarterback gets the high snap. He's got a lot of pressure. Then it is intercepted by Jared Wade. Wade comes down with the game-sealing interception, and that'll do it. Homestead defeats Monte Vista to go to 4-1 in league. It came down to the wire, but here they are, the winners, the Homestead Mustangs. Let's go! We're going to talk to Jared Wade over here. Jared had 163 yards on offense and the game-winning pick. You are our MVP. Let's go! Like I said, it came down to the wire. Talk us through those final seconds of the game.
It's always nerve-wracking having both stands going nuts over there, especially every time they make a pass. Our DBs locked up in the end for us. Our line and our linebackers did a good job putting pressure on that quarterback, so that definitely helped us out.
Awesome, thank you. All right, next up we're talking to Ryan Scudder. Ryan had the only touchdown in this win. All right, you guys are now 4-1. You face Gunn next week for the league title. Talk about the feelings. What are you guys going to take into practice?
I mean, we definitely need to work on our offense. We were moving the ball all day. We couldn't get in the end zone. We only got in the end zone once. We need to work on offense.
Awesome. And how are you going to do that? What are you taking to practice?
We just need to stay on our feet as running backs. We need to hit the blocks. Line has to make the blocks. We got to make catches on passes.
Nice. Okay. Sounds good to me. All right. Last but not least, Harold Rucker III had a great game, by the way. All right, talk about this team's goals. What do you guys hope to accomplish?
We're trying to win this league title, but most of all, we want to make the playoffs for sure. We want a spot in the playoffs. We're trying to get this ring, so we want to go as far as we possibly can.
It's all about the bling, right, guys? Yes. All right, these are your winners. Mustangs, take us out.
Let's go.
Hey.
Let's go, baby. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. Yeah!
American hosting Northgate in NCS playoff action. Early on, it was all Northgate. Caitlin Farrell with a bump. Sophie Ward with the set. Lily Bender with the heater. Broncos take the first set 25-19. Second set, more Broncos. Farrell with a bump again. Paris Haraguchi with the cross-court set for Olivia Patterson, who sends it to the floor. 25-16 Broncos in the second. More of the same to start the third. Sierra Ediger bumps to Haraguchi. Reagan Richardson the kill. Eagles still alive. Bridget Aguirre bumps for Leanne Marie Arnabal, and then Maddie Grissom smashes it into the corner. To the fourth, Agari bumps for Arnabal to Kira Vickery. She comes from nowhere to deliver the kill. The Eagles push this to 5. Early in the fifth, Eagles strike first. Sydney Hebert bumps for Arnabal, who sets in the corner for Joyce Liu. Nice little dump there. Northgate trying to tie this one at 11 in the fifth. Heads up play by Patterson, drilling this to the floor. This one coming down to the wire. Broncos trying to hang on. Game point, Lindsay Phillips with the excellent dig. Haraguchi the set, and then Grace Dawsas with a nice dump. The Broncos survive to win in 5. Dawsas leading the way with 13 kills. Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Elisa Zhu from the Harker Water Polo team. Alicia does a ton of volunteer work, including teaching and providing food in underserved communities, volunteering at Boys and Girls Clubs, helping out at the San Francisco Marathon, and lots more. Alicia explains why it's so fulfilling for her to volunteer.
I think, first of all, it's really important to give back to your community, but it's also just an opportunity to interact with people that I would never get to interact with in other circumstances, like the children that I taught and like the people that I meet in homeless shelters. I think it's really valuable to talk to them and learn about their life experiences, and I always learn something new.
Coming up, Livermore and Amador Valley battle for the lead in the East Bay Valley League. Then
the story of the Bishop O'Dowd cheer squad and their emotional trip to nationals. We'll meet our U.S. Bank inspirational athlete next.
Back at Levi Stadium with the big game in the East Bay Valley League. The Amador Valley Dons going into the final week with a one-game lead over second place Livermore. The Dons' Cannon Dote throwing for just over 2,000 yards this season.
The Dons meeting a Livermore team coming in at 6-3 overall, looking to topple the mighty Dons this week.
The Livermore Cowboys meeting the Amador Valley Dons in the final game of the regular season. Cannon Dote drops back to pass, looks left, and finds Cal Iwanich in the end zone for a 12-yard touchdown. Second quarter, it's Dote finding Iwanich again, but watch this catch. Oh my gosh, that is a good play. That leads to an easy 3-yard touchdown run by Kai Burgermeister. Dons go up 13-0 at halftime. Third quarter now, Livermore looking to score with a little trickery, but this one is intercepted one-handed by Josh Heverly. I don't think I've seen that in a high school game, my goodness. And that would eventually lead to Dote finding his favorite receiver, Iwanich, for the 45-yard touchdown. This dynamic duo could not be stopped. Dons looking to pile it on, but the pass here is intercepted by Richie Fenton, and he stays inbounds. But the Dons would end up regaining possession and putting this one away as Eric Hunter III punches it in. Amador Valley finishes perfect in the East Bay Valley Division and takes home the title.
Campo hoop star Carter Mahaney and his buddies cheering on their boys, but it's Miramonte dominating early. Down low is Brady Hoover for an early Mats lead. More Miramonte as Will Coons tosses to William Thomas, 3-0 Miramonte. The Mats pouring it on. Don Davidson to Spencer Tarkoff. The Mats go out to a 6-2 lead, but back comes Campolindo. Soren Jensen rises up and fires it home at 6-3 in the third. Ryan Lenahan driving to the net, and he will not be denied. Campo gets to within 1 at 6-5, but the Mats make it 7-5 right here. Jackson Painter with a left-handed rocket. He'll be at Stanford next year, but Campo ties it at 7-all. Soren Jensen firing a rocket like a boss. The Cougars take the lead for the first time here as Tom McGuire with a perfect shot inside the far post. 8-7 Cougs, but the Mats tie it up. Thomas with a one-timer, and we go to overtime, where the Mats take control. Adam Ting from a tough angle skips it home as Miramonte wins the thriller in OT as the Mats remain undefeated, champions of the Diablo Foothill League.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who amaze us.
Allie Williams joins us now with the story of the Bishop O'Dowd cheer team and their emotional road to success.
Right, Robert. The Bishop O'Dowd cheer team made history last season, but it's the journey through the hard times that really brought them together.
The Bishop O'Dowd Dragons come into this season as the reigning national champions after making history by becoming their school's first cheer team to take home first place in the category of show cheer. The squad also placed third in stunt cheer, and as they look to the new season with new goals, they know one of their own is still healing from a devastating loss happening just months before some of the most exciting times of their lives.
So my dad passed away over winter break. It was the day after Christmas, I believe. The day of Christmas, he was in the hospital. He had prostate issues, so he was just in for that, which he had been in a couple times before, for similar things. It wasn't really a big deal. We were going to go pick him up the next day, and he dropped dead in the hospital. It was just really I'm sorry.
I felt so hurt. I love Claire, so it's just kind of it was hard to see her like that.
I lost a lot of people in December, and hearing that for her really broke my heart because I know how it does feel to lose someone.
You know, it was such a devastating time to watch those girls who have such bubbly personalities and come to practice and give it their all every day go through something so hard was very, hard to watch.
The main focus was making sure she knew that she had us around.
With the support of her teammates, Claire continued on, and the Dragons came together to prepare for nationals. Traveling to the big stage was a test in itself. Snowstorms canceled all flights in and out of Las Vegas, so the team flew down to the Ontario airport, rented cars, and drove the final 240 miles of their journey. The team didn't arrive to the hotel until past midnight and were scheduled to practice just a few hours later.
It was just an atmosphere where you're just exhausted, but we were not going to give up.
It was one moment when you're huddled around and you're it doesn't matter what's happening, just get it done.
The girls did come together and did what they had to do. The Dragons won first place in show cheer, making history as the first Bishop O'Dowd team to be crowned champions.
It was an out-of-body experience.
And I don't even think we waited for him to finish. He said Bishop O, and then all of us just started screaming.
It really feels incredible to know we can really push ourselves that far. No matter what brings us down, we can still end up on top.
After one first place and one third place finish, the next goal is 2 titles. The team has plenty of new faces learning to work together, and as the team grows, they'll have the support of family with them and the love for those they've lost along the way.
I just try and stay positive, be in the moment, and just appreciate every day because you never know what could happen. And know that he'd be proud of me for what I'm doing, and just try and do it for him.
The Dragons placed first in both categories in their first regional competition of the year and qualified for nationals with their high marks. They know it's a long road to defend their throne, but this sisterhood is in it together.
This year, the Dragons have their sights set on first place finishes in both show and stunt categories. Since their performances at regionals already qualified them for nationals again, it's all about perfecting their performances from here on out.
Yeah, it was a battle, but they did really well.
They all came together in the end, and it really showed on the stage.
Yeah, they're really good. All right, thanks. Wellstrong has teamed up with the 49ers with physical therapy and sports rehabilitation centers throughout the Bay Area.
Each week, Wellstrong brings us concussion prevention tips from their team of outstanding doctors. Here's Dr. Anthony Saglambeni with this week's tip.
Preventing a concussion is difficult, but there are some common sense steps you can take. Wear the helmet certified for your sport that fits properly. Never use your head as the focal point of contact. Don't tackle head first. Although not proven, strengthening your neck muscles and using a mouth guard can be helpful. Be safe and use common sense.
Coming up, the title game in the Rock Division as Salesian takes on Kennedy.
And later, it's Salinas and San Benito as 49ers Cal High Sports Report rolls along.
Did you know I grew up here?
I used to come here every Saturday as a kid.
Do you still have family here?
A lot of cousins. It's nice to be back. This is it, the company's new home.
We'll finally have the space we need to keep expanding.
All the hard work is definitely paying off. Congratulations.
Thank you. At US Bank, we believe hard work works. And that's why we work hard together to help your business realize its full potential.
Dodge Power Dollar Sales Event at South County Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Gilroy. We've got the power that you're looking for. New 2019 Challengers, just $18,888 after discounts and rebates. New 2019 Dodge Chargers, just $20,999. New Challenger and Charger Hellcats. When it comes to speed, come to the #1 Hellcat dealer in the world. South County of Gilroy. Drive a little, save a lot.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. The Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with the big game in the West Alameda County Shoreline Division. Both Mount Eden and Hayward coming into the game with perfect 5-0 league records.
Yeah, both these teams really having resurgent seasons and playing very well. The league title on the line in the NCS Diablo Motors monster game. Our Wesley Boone was there.
Monster game, yeah. We've got ourselves a heavyweight rivalry matchup as the Mount Eden Monarchs prepare to take on Hayward for the Farmers Senior Night. Leading the way for the Monarchs, Alejandro Villanueva, the junior quarterback, is averaging an impressive 20 yards per completion. Plenty of big play capability from him. For Hayward, Reggie Garrett, he's their workhorse in the backfield, averaging close to 8 yards per carry, 6 touchdowns on the season for him. It's Mount Eden taking on Hayward in our Diablo Motors monster game. Emotions running high all night long. Farmers, they win the toss. They get right to work. Reggie Garrett. Farmers feeding him early and often. Bouncing to the outside. 20 yards later, finally brought down. First and goal now. Trayvon Wilson takes the handoff, glides into the end zone. Too easy, 10-yard score for him. 7-0 Farmers in the first. More Reggie. Mr. Garrett has some space. This was the story of the night for him, finding a huge lane. 13-yard scamper to the sideline, and to cap off the drive, Garrett, the hard work pays off. 9-yard diving score for Garrett. He's a happy camper. Someone give the man a high five. Anyone, please, someone. Thank you. That's a good teammate. It's 14-0 Farmers at the half. Start of the fourth. Fourth down, Monarchs in the red zone. Desperation heave. Gustavo Cerquera. Fancy name, fancy play. Stops the scoring threat. Monarch defense holds, and they put the ball in the hands of Leland LeBlanc. LeBlanc, there's fast, and then there's this. The kid's a blur. See ya. 61 yards to the house. It's 14-7 in the fourth. Farmers, though, back to their bread and butter. Hand off to Joshua Jackson. Jackson sprints to the corner, cuts through a defender. Touchdown, Farmers. Monarchs running out of time. Villanueva, time expiring. Looking for LeBlanc again. The kid's got hands. A pose for good measure. Farmers, though, with the W, 28-13. Garrett, big game, believes his team is ready for the postseason.
Man, it means a lot because we worked really hard, you know what I'm saying, ever since summertime, all them gashes that we run in practice, we put all that work in, we deserve it, you know what I'm saying, so now it's time, to go get them rings.
In Hayward, Wesley Boone, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Wilcox Chargers just one game behind the Lynbrook Vikings as the two face off in the league finale. Chargers coming out hot on senior night. Jessica Sitton to Elise Corwin to Claire Udard for the kill. Wilcox takes the first set and leads early in the second. Jasmine Loyola Tinney to Corwin to Amanda McDonald, who puts it away. The Vikings work back and tie it up at 17. Daphne Lee bumps to Shannon Quo, who sets to Victoria Marsheva. Chargers answer right back. Loyola Tinney to Corwin to senior captain Dina Peterson, who ends the second set, giving Wilcox a 2-set advantage. But Lynbrook is not giving up that league title easy. Quo in the corner. The senior tools it off the block for an 8-point lead. The Vikings take the third set. Ariel Leong to Quo to Madeline Shao, who finds the hardwood. fourth set, Lindbrook takes a commanding lead to Kwao to Xiao. Perfect placement on that kill. The Vikings win the fourth by 6 points to force a fifth set. Lindbrook on the move. Leong to Xiao to Anastasia Trushenkova, who slams it down. The Vikings come back from a 2-set deficit to win the match. Lindbrook stays perfect in the Santa Clara El Camino division for the outright title.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Palo Alto volleyball star Mia Gibbs, the Dartmouth-bound middle blocker with a very impressive 4.0 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates McKeel Curon, grade 6, for founding the Santa Clara Children's Business Fair, held for the second year in Live Oak Park. 99 young entrepreneurs from many schools were showcased at the event. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students and their teachers discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Coming up, Salinas travels to San Benito.
But first, here is our Cupertino Electric Power Rankings for football.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By Invisalign, winning smiles start here. Learn more at Invisalign.com. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime broker with Serino Group. And my husband, Charlie Wiedemeyer, and I are longtime supporters of high school sports.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Serino Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
The Salinas Cowboys come into this week all alone in first place in league with a 4-0 record. The Cowboys led by top quarterback recruit Carl Richardson, who has thrown for 2,400 yards in 7 games this season.
The Cowboys traveling to Hollister to meet the 3-1 Hay Baylors, a battle for the league lead in the Pacific Coast League this week.
Senior night in San Benito as Sam Ariola and company were honored before the game. Salinas trying to get their offense started in the first, but Joseph Dickerson comes up with a big sack, no score after 1. The Cowboys get a field goal and looking for more. Give it to Joey Moag, who gets a block from J.J. Chin, and Joey races in for the TD 10-0 Salinas. The Baylors answer back later in the quarter. Michael McShane rolls to his right and connects with Anthony Mercurio to move the chains. Hollister would get a field goal. It's 10-3 Cowboys at halftime. And they extend their lead in the third. Carl Richardson with the pump fake, then he's it deep for Cade Smith, who makes the catch in stride, and he's gone 42 yards to the house to give Salinas the 17-3 lead. Hollister looking to rally back in the fourth, handed to Juan De Leon, who turns on the Jets all the way inside the 25. Baylor score on a TD a few plays later. It's 17-10 Cowboys. But back come the boys on the next drive. Richardson doing it with his legs this time, 32 yards to Pater to extend the lead back to 14. San Benito still fighting back. De Leon sprints in for the touchdown. It's 24-17 Cowboys. The Baylors get the ball back after recovering the onside, but Moag gets the sack as Salinas wins it 24-17 to clinch at least a share of the Pacific Coast Gavilan lead. Richardson with 2 TDs.
Tri-County Rock League action with Kennedy hosting Salesian. Salesian's Ronald Robertson hands it off to Kalen Chang, and Kalen takes the turn and races downfield, getting the Pride in excellent field position. Justin Gutierrez muscles his way in through a horde of Eagles. Salesian leads 7-3 at the half. First moments of the second half, it's Kennedy's Bobby Williams launching one down to Kenny Roberts, and no one is going to catch Kenny. 60 yards to the house, and the Kennedy Eagles take a 10-7 lead. Salesian fights back. Ronald Robertson hits Taryn Mitchell. Taryn dodging the first defender and pushes the ball upfield before getting knocked out of bounds. And that's close enough for the quarterback keeper, Ronald Robertson, in for the score for the Pride. Under a minute and a half left in the game, and it's about to get really exciting. Trey Barker bobs and weaves through to put the Eagles up 17-13, but not for long. Robertson flips it back to Kareem Sullivan, and Kareem flies into the end zone. The Pride back on top. 3 seconds left in the game. The final play of the game right here. Trey Baker with the magic diving into the end zone as time expires. What a way to end league play as the Kennedy Eagles win it 23-21 to take home the league title. The Notre Dame Belmont girls volleyball team is getting ready for CCS playoffs after winning the league title.
The Tigers meeting up with our Shanberries to talk about it at the Rikus Center this week.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan here with the ladies of the Notre Dame Belmont girls volleyball team! You guys are on fire right now. There's no other way to put it. You guys are 12-0. You clinched West Bay title. When did you know you were going to take it all the way?
Honestly, there wasn't really a point where we knew we were going to win the whole thing. We just knew we had to work together every day in the gym and in the actual games, and we knew we never could give up and just fight the whole entire time, and that led us to where we are now.
Totally. You guys are going all the way. You're headed to the playoffs. What do you think your biggest obstacle is going to be during playoffs?
I think our biggest obstacle is actually going to be ourselves. Like, we've proven day in and day out that we have the physical capabilities to beat these teams, but it's our mental mindset that we need to keep our top priority, staying positive when games get tough, when games get close, and if we do that, we'll be able to go far.
I think you guys will. I mean, you guys are undefeated right now. I love to end with tradition, so give us some of those Notre Dame Belmont girls volleyball traditions.
So before the beginning of every game, we all get in a circle and we each put our right foot in. It has to be your right foot. And then Delaney will go around and tap each of our feet, and then she'll give us our pregame speech and just what we need to do with the strategy. And then she'll say, like, you got it, guys, come on. And then we'll just put our hands in, and then we'll do a big tiger cheer, and then we'll get ready to go.
Oh my God, that sounds so fun. Who came up with the foot stomping thing?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
It just brings you guys good luck, and I can see that it really brings you that luck, ladies. Make sure to follow me on Instagram. I'm Shan Berries, and give it up again for the Notre Dame Belmont girls volleyball team.
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to
the San Ramon Valley Wolves, winning in double overtime over rival Monte Vista. Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikus Center.
Hey, I'm Coach Juan Pablo. Today's training tip is the kettlebell goblet squat. George is going to demonstrate for us. We're going to start with the kettlebell. We're going to hold in what we call our goblet squat position. Hold it at chest level. Feet are shoulder width apart. George is going to take a deep breath in. Then he's going to sit back into his hips, keep his feet nice and flat, and come right back up. Give me 2 more reps, George. Make sure you drive through your heels and through your big toe as you're driving up, and that's your kettlebell goblet squat.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a whole bunch of free stuff. A hat, backpack, a very cool pair of headphones, and a ticket to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi's Stadium.
Our Wesley Boone counts down the contenders, and then he will announce this week's Play of the Week.
Starting off this week's list, Live Oak's Caleb Ojeda. This kid has been Player of the Week twice already. Only fitting he makes an appearance here. Ojeda, he makes house calls, folks. 65 yards for the score. This next play, 3 seconds left. Last play of the game. Trey Baker off tackle. He won't be denied. Eagles with the walk-off win. Baker gets dogpiled, and for good reason. Then our Play of the Week. Play of the Year, maybe? You met him last week as our Lexus volunteer athlete. Now meet him again. Josh Heverly. Oh, my goodness. One hand. This kid is dangerous, folks. This is hard to process. I'm going to watch this on repeat forever. This is your Play of the Week. Let's see it again. Oh, my gosh. Speechless.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We'll share the story of the Campolindo football player and his battle to get back on the field this season. We'll see you then.